Alright, the mailman just dropped off my late Christmas, early birthday present. It is an AIM Solo 2 GPS lap timer. And that's going to be replacing my old timing equipment, which was this lovely little stopwatch. Let's crack this open. I've been dying to open it since it got here. The documentation, stickers. Oh! This is it. $3.99, and it comes with a bunch of features. The main ones that I was interested in is that it can recognize which track it's at. If it's not in the database, you can do a learning mode and learn the track that you're at. And then it connects via Wi-Fi to your computer so you can download all the data. It does a whole bunch of other things. There's colored LEDs and stuff. I'll leave a link to both where I got this and the website, which breaks down all of its features. What else we got in the box here? Got a car charging cable, a wall charging cable, and a mounting bracket. Alright, I'm gonna get this thing charging up. I'm guessing this is it. Little charging port here. Oh, that's super cool. So it uses internal batteries and you recharge it as it goes, and you can hook it up to your bike's power system, but since this is going in my KX65 first, don't really have that option. Very cool. Just poke around in here a little bit. Backlight. Ooh, we can change the backlight color. Now that's cool. Here, let me get you closer into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the backlight color. Maybe feel something like, wow, magenta. Very cool. I'm super stoked about this. Alright, so instead of me playing with this for the entire day, I'm going to let this charge and I'm going to try and figure out a mounting solution for the KX65. Alright, so I was taking a look at the mounting bracket, and it just kind of hooks on the back right here. And then these two spring-loaded screws screw into the unit itself, which means I can take this and somehow adapt these to somewhere on the KX65. I think I'm going to end up using a flat bar that's kind of something like this that I can use on the top triple clamp, and then bolt this to that bar and that bar to the triple clamp. But let me take a look at the KX65 real quick. Alright, so I've got a Pro Circuit triple clamp up here with a little bar riser. So I'm going to have to modify, I'm definitely going to have to build a bracket, I think, that comes across these two bolts, and this can sit right there, and hopefully I can kind of elevate it just enough so I can get a little bit of a kick towards me, but I think we can make something like this happen. So it should look something like this, which I think is pretty clean. I found this square tube, which is about the right height to clear the tops of these bolts, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut it to length about there, and I'm going to cut out the box section on each side so that I can reach the nuts and tighten them. So I took a little bit of grease, popped it into the bolt holes, and press down firmly, and now I've got the locations of those. Alright, now that we have the triple clamp locations for the bolts, I'm going to line up the bracket and try and get about as centered as possible here. Right about there. Take a punch. And there we go. Now we've got our positions that we need to drill for the bracket to mount to the tube. Now we're going to cut down our tube. So use this as a little template, see how much we need to work with. Right about there. Alright, now that we got that cut down to size, we're going to mark where our holes need to be. So I need one here and here for the triple clamps, and then here and here for the inner bracket. So I'm going to end up cutting to about here and here. So we're going to cut down straight and leave the last little wall, this wall right here, for the triple clamps to bite into, and then it'll just be a little step up to the center. Alright, so we got the little sides cut off. I did go a little bit ham on this one, so I made a little bit too deep of a cut. But that's okay, we'll face that so you can't see it. And so now I'm just going to clean this up with a file and then remark the holes that I need to drill with the template. So I got my bracket all cleaned up and took all the sharp edges off of the file, and it's not the prettiest, but it'll work, and you'll pretty much never see it, so yeah. I went ahead and I marked the holes on the back using a template again. Bam. And we're going to drill those out using a step bit until we get to size of our bolts. And then we're going to use this, drill these two out for the mounting screws that mount the bracket to it. I almost skipped a step, which is going to be to punch the holes that we want to drill. This should help the drill bit from walking a little bit. Alright, my camera died as I was drilling these top two holes, but they're in, and the plate should sit right there. Let's test fit this real quick, and then get it attached to the triple clamps. So hopefully you can see in there we got a washer and a lock nut, and that's what's holding that to the bracket. Alright, so I did a quick test fit, and the only problem that I had was that I had a slight design flaw. When this is actually attached to the bracket, I can't get the triple tree bolts in, so I have to put these in first and they become captive at that point, because then I screw that on there. But that's not a big deal because I don't plan on taking this off pretty much ever, and I can always go buy another one of these brackets if I want to put it on another bike. So a little bit of a bummer, but not too bad. So I'm gonna hit this with a coat of paint and then we'll fully assemble. Alright, we got this nice and painted. Well, painted. It's not nice. I have this huge drip around here because I got a little bit too impatient trying to put this together so I can go riding tomorrow, so everything was a little bit rushed, but I don't think you'll see it because the plate will cover that. And yeah, so let's get this assembled and put on the bike. And just like that, we got the AIM Solo 2 all mounted up to the KX65. And I'm going to go take this thing for a little rip, mess with some of the features, and I'll definitely be doing another video diving down into more of the features and the software that comes with this because it is very interesting. Thank you for hanging out with me in the garage, and I'll see you on the next one.